We are in the Metrodome in downtown Minneapolis. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings, a game filled with playoff implications. The 20th ranked offense in the NFL is led by quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, the third-rated quarterback in the NFL. Four-time Pro Bowl left guard Alan Faneca faces Viking defensive lineman Kevin Williams, one of the game's great matchups there. And running back Willie Parker is closing in on a 1,000-yard rushing season. From the 25, it is 1st and 10. Roethlisberger throws, caught for a second time by Miller. Breaking tackles with an entourage, a block by Hines Ward. Galloping inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Heath Miller out of Virginia.
And a lot of that was just Ben Roethlisberger and the patience he was allowed to have because of that offensive line blocking. And then it's the athleticism of this first-round draft pick.
And this is Jeff Reed out of North Carolina trying a 21-yard field goal. He's made 30 consecutive field goal attempts inside 40 yards. And he puts the Steelers on top 3-0. There was a big play. The tight end Heath Miller with the 50-yard catch and run. The Steelers get 3 and the early lead in Minneapolis. Now the Pittsburgh defense, number 8 in the NFL. Nose tackle Casey Hampton anchors the defensive line. Joey Porter last saw Viking quarterback Brad Johnson when he quarterbacked the Buccaneers. He sacked him 4 times that day. An emerging cornerback Ike Taylor, who we just saw, has been solid in his first year as a starter. 2nd down and 10.
Keep an eye on 43, Polamalu. San Diego jumped off to a lead last year against the Colts, too.
Haynes is in the backfield on this 3rd down and 10 for Roethlisberger. Wide open is Antoine Randall. He's got the first down. He's grabbed by Ralph Brown and taken out of bounds. The completion to the 39.
How wide open is Antoine Randall? This is a complete defensive bust. And Hines Ward at the end comes in and just lights up Antoine Winfield right there at the end. Ward clears out the area. Antoine Randall by himself. And
Mike Rosenthal's come in as a tackle eligible on this 3rd and goal at the 1 for Minnesota. Seatric Faison, who played at Florida, hit by Harrison and brought down hard. Also, they had Aaron Smith. He's driven back to the 5. It is a loss of a yard to the 2 officially, but his body language took him all the way to the 5.
Well, they're trying to run over their heart and soul side, which is behind Bryant McKinney, and that was a meeting at the running back. That was a linebacker meeting at the running back.
Weldy Moore is in the backfield for the Vikings. And Johnson going deep. They're going now after Deshae Townsend on a pass intended for Corin Robinson. Incomplete. Faison is in the backfield. 1st and goal at the 5. And Seatric Faison brought down by Polamalu. And he thought there might have been a fumble, but they rule the ball down. And goal at the 6, the 8th play of the drive. And Brad Johnson got by Aaron Smith, and there is a pass intercepted by Joey Porter. A shovel passes, and a flag is thrown. Porter made the pick after it deflected off a Viking at the 5.
Johnson improvs, flips the ball. Improv sometimes is great, not in this case. And then a bad mistake gives them great field position.
Corin Robinson on the move atop your screen. Here comes the blitz. Quickly out to Wiggins. Tackled by Bryant McFadden, diving ahead, short of the 1st down, picks up 5. He lunges to the 45. Antoine Randall is back inside the 20. And the catch at the 14. And busting free with a nice way to work on the sideline, and there he goes! And Faison knocks him out of bounds on the sideline, the running back. What a return by Antoine Randall.
Then he misses the first one. I mean, you got Smith, 57 is there. But 25, Hunter misses, and then he's off to the races, is Randall. Only Kluwe in the way, and that wasn't much of an impedance.
3rd down and 1 at the Viking 4. A huge punt return by Randall. Set up this great position. This is Bettis again. It looks like he has carved his way for the 1st. He looks like he's inside the 4.
You saw that stat for Pittsburgh's offense, 57 and 58, but the idea is touchdowns.
Roethlisberger with the pocket crumbling and being chased by Pat Williams. Dives in, and he's got a touchdown. Roethlisberger has just given the Pittsburgh Steelers a lead on a 3-yard scramble and dive for 6.
I'm going to catch Ben, but Antoine Randall was going to be sure it didn't happen because he flashes through the screen here, throws his body into the nose tackle, and buys Roethlisberger that pad for the score.
Roethlisberger gets his second rushing touchdown of the year. With the extra point good, but the play that set it up, it gave him that great field position. It was Antoine Randall not only throwing a block, but also returning a punt 72 yards to put him deep in Viking territory.
Beautiful bookends by the Pittsburgh Steeler wide receiver, showing his multi-talented body.
Wide receivers from the 37-yard line. Michael Bennett in the backfield and with the call. Pro Bowler back in 03 and brought down by Ferrier again. The 35 and a loss of about 2 on the play.
For Pittsburgh.
From the 16 of Pittsburgh, 1st and 10 for Johnson. Pocket crumbles, Kimo von Oelhoffen has him, and they bring him down hard. Also in there at the sack was Joey Porter, or pushing back to the 20 where it's 2nd and 14. Weldy Moore with the block. There's a little pass, a little sidearm job thrown to Moore, who's brought down by Aaron Smith at about the 19-yard line. All 5 of those good receivers are out there right now on the 3rd and 13 for Johnson. The blitz is on. The pass to the end zone, intercepted by Deshae Townsend. Picked off by Townsend.
For Brad Johnson. Because they're going for Marcus Robinson, 87 in the end zone, but the ball, his arm is hit as he throws it. He can't get the juice on it he wants, and perfect position. That ball was hit, his arm was hit by Clark Hagens on the rush.
22-yard line, 1st and 10. Bennett hit by Foot. Little gain, if any, on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 10. So the Vikings will try a 32-yard Paul Edinger field goal to creep a little bit closer. It is blocked on the play and picked up inside and down at the 15-yard line. That is the 3rd block this year of Edinger.
Remember those confidence points? Well, look at Rosenthal and Lewinsky. Okay, 75-76, the gap in between them. Edinger almost drills this into their armpit. I mean, he was seriously. Van Oelhoffen got credit for the block, but he blocked it with his chest. That ball was so low, it was ridiculous.
Boy, a quiet Hines Ward today, 3rd and 12. 6 in the secondary for Minnesota. Roethlisberger throws, and Cedric Wilson grabs it. Then he is tackled by Smoot. The gain is close to a first down.
Just short.
Where replay determined it was, I determined on replay that the ball was just over the 25-yard line. Then we'll measure again.
Over the 25?
How about that?
It's marked over the 25-yard line, and Bill Cowher will keep that time out.
Parker again. And look at him dance free. A block on the play by Hines Ward. And there he goes. Fast Willie Parker. Inside the 20. Down at about the 19-yard line.
Here from our cart camera being run by Keith Reese. Look at that. Great blocks inside. Excellent blocks outside as always by Hines Ward. And you're just seeing a part of the Pittsburgh offense that hasn't been around. You're seeing pure, unadulterated speed out of a Steeler running back. Worst case scenario is they come out of here only down 10.
Jeff Reed will try a 41-yard field goal. He's nailed one from 21 today. Gardocki the hold, Greg Warren the snap, and this is perfect. An attempt of field goals for the Vikings. 2 red zone turnovers have been absolutely disastrous. Another chip shot, keeping it away from Corn Robinson. Faison drops it, the rookie, it's loose, and Pittsburgh's jumped on the ball. The Steelers have reeled it in at the 30-yard line.
Faison backs out of the way, it seems like. See, he's in the way, and it bounces right off Faison's chest, just like you said. Robinson wanted the ball. Expect him to run it.
From the 29, 1st and 10. Willie Parker finds a seam, slashing his way inside the 20-yard line. 13-yard pickup.
If you haven't seen these Steelers much here in Minneapolis, you know why these Steeler fans are so excited about Willie Parker. The suddenness he brings to the game. The blur he can be out of that backfield when he sees a hole.
This will be a 26-yard field goal try. and it is good. Again, it remains at the 24-yard line.
Yards haven't been the issue. It's been points.
Here comes Higgins. Oh, what a great play by Larry Foote, reading the pass to Michael Bennett. The loss back to the 19, a 4-yard loss. After the Minnesota punt, 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger throws, caught by Hines Ward. The 4-time Pro Bowler knocked out of bounds by Randall Smith at about the 45, gain of 11 and a first down. Weldy Moore is back inside the 15. Docky's punt. Take a great bounce, and look at this. It could be inside the 5. It's at the 2-yard line, and it was down by Tyrone Carter. A 48-yard, well-placed Chris Gardocki punt. And now the Vikings marooned after 2.
It's a defense game.
2 tight ends. Owens in the backfield with Michael Bennett, who is hit and brought down, and a safety. Joey Porter, Foote, all of them were right there. Kimo von Oelhoffen, great play by the Pittsburgh defense, which has authored one of their best games of the season.
Because of Dick LeBeau's defense is aggressive. They get across the line of scrimmage. Casey Hampton does a nice job. Larry Foote does a nice job. Kimo von Oelhoffen's in there. Joey Porter, 2 for the Steelers.
3rd and 20. The ball needs to get out to the 43. Outside they go for Antoine Randall with the block from Quincy Morgan. That sets him free, and he's got the first down. What a block by Quincy Morgan, the other receiver, and the catch and run is good for 28 on 3rd and 20.
Wide receivers in the NFL, without question. And the newest wide receiver, Morgan there, does a nice job right there of getting his block. But how fast is Randall? When he got into straightaway mode, he covered those 10 seconds in about half a second.
Teams with 3 timeouts. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh and Roethlisberger. Willie Parker. And tackled on the play by Sam Cowher. 39-yard line, close to a first down. 3rd and 15. Blitz is on from Foote, who got blocked by Bennett, and then Foote got back up and brings down the quarterback. How about that? Larry Foote, the former Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, who has been terrific this season. Incredible.
Where's Foote right here coming from that middle linebacker spot, treating this quarterback in purple like he's from Northwestern, coming around off that block by Bennett and making himself a little tackle, a little sack. Who you played against, who your future opponents are. He had all that taken down in the Steeler facility. All that's up is that week's opponent. All that's up is Minnesota stuff. Next week it'll all be Cleveland stuff.
Weldy Moore back at the 5 on the Gardocki punt. Sean Morey is down there among many to make the stop, along with Brett Kiesel. 2 tight ends for Ben Roethlisberger. Haynes, who led Georgia in rushing as a senior, a former walk-on in college. And Haynes again, brought down by Sharkey. He was the first one to fleet him. Technical director Chris Romanek, audio supervisor Dave Grunvig, spotter and statistician Pat McGrath on that 4th and 1.
But the field waving their terrible towels.
Safety here on this 1st and 10 is Troy Polamalu, which takes us to the end of the game. Big win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Randy mentioned it earlier. There are a lot of Steeler fans inside. They travel about as well as any NFL team travels on the road. Rough week for the Vikings, coupled with this, makes it a week to forget.
Oh,
in
exactly.
Minnesota.
Exactly. They didn't put their playoff hopes to sleep, but they're darn near narcoleptic right about now.